Beacon 5 presented by Beacon Marketing. This is the 5 things you need to know about marketing each week. My name is Roger Gallegos. I am the founder and CEO of Beacon Marketing. This week we're going to be talking about efficiency in marketing. Specifically, I'm going to share some tips how you can get the most from your marketing efforts. This is important because chances are you are a small or medium-sized business owner, which means you are short on 3 things: time, money, and effort. Not that you don't put effort in your business, but you probably don't have a lot of effort left to put into marketing after doing all the things that you need to do to keep your business going each day. And time, effort, and money are the 3 things that you need to promote your business in some fashion. So when it comes to effectively marketing your business, you want to get the most out of those resources. So we're going to examine today, this week, how you can get the most from what you invest in your marketing. So we're going to jump right in by talking number 1, which is have a plan. And by this I mean a strategy. If you are a follower of any of my content, you know just how much I value strategy. It's what I built my business on. It's the whole thing that drives my business. It's making that strategy, developing a strategy, because what a strategy does and how it makes you an efficient marketer is it outlines a whole plan. You dictate your path. So anything that's not in the strategy, you don't do unless you actually have something tells you that you need to do. Unless you go in and say, hey, this is a thoughtful approach that we did not include, so you're going to add it in. Otherwise, you have that plan, you just walk that path, and because you've already detailed your resources, you've outlined your audience, you set your goals, you've done all those things, you have already done that work, so you just walk that path, and it leaves very little time for any wasted energy or wasted money or wasted time, because everything's laid out, because you've taken all those things into consideration and you already have a plan of action to move forward. So the first thing to do is have a plan, and by that we mean a strategy. Number 2, and I touched on this, is you want to understand your goals. You want to understand what you are trying to accomplish with your marketing efforts, and then that way, when you go in and when you consider adding something to your marketing, or if you want to evaluate your efforts, you can just sit there and ask yourself 1 or 2 questions. Will this action and a new potential action get me closer to achieving my goals? Or if you're evaluating something that you have been doing, you can sit there and say, is this action helping me get closer to those goals? And if the answer to either one of those questions is no, then you do not need to be doing that, because the only thing that you should be focusing on are the actions that are going to directly get you closer to your goals, closer to your ultimate objective, which is probably, I would say, earning revenue. But you want to understand how you want to earn that revenue and what actions you need to take to help you earn that revenue. So number 2, understand your goals. Number 3, you want to know your audience. Who are you speaking to? You don't need to waste your time by just trying to blast your messaging out to everyone, because chances are, as much as you would like to think that your services or products could help everyone, and maybe they can, chances are only a small percentage of the population, which is still probably more than you can handle at one time, but probably only a small percentage, is really actually ready at this time. And a perfect example is like a real estate agent. Everybody needs a home. Everybody needs a place to live. But if a real estate agent, man or woman, just starts putting their messaging out for everyone to see, they're going to see people who are not looking for a home, maybe just moved into a home, are happy with their home. So you're going to see a lot of people that are just going to dismiss it. Whereas if they just focused on people who look for keywords and do for things, and just focus on people who are looking for a home, who are actively in the market, and focus their efforts and time and money and energy on getting the attention of those people, then they're going to have a warmer lead, and they're going to have a better time in having, or an easier time in having that person or people contact them for more information. So you want to understand who your audience is and who are the ones that are most likely to make contact or make a purchase now, because those are the ones that you really want to focus your marketing efforts on. Number 4 is challenge your assumptions. Now, this is a big thing. If you're a business owner who's been in business for a while, it's so easy to fall into a trap of, I know my audience and I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 2 decades, and this is not a knock on that experience, but the reality is that things change, your audience changes. Maybe they age out of certain things, or maybe they're tasting, maybe they've added a family of their own. And so if you are just targeting the same audience without factoring the things that might have changed in their life or the things that might have changed in technology, then you're going to miss the opportunity to address their needs that are in the moment. So don't just assume that you know them. Challenge your assumptions. Go back and talk to your audience. Understand where they're at, what they need, and maybe make a different approach to how you message them, and even potentially how you deliver your services depending on what you do, because then you'll be able to better address them, have happier customers, which lead to more referrals, more return customers, and will actually be a boon in the long run. So the best thing you could do, one of the best things you could do for your market is challenge your assumptions, because it'll help you learn and help you improve. And which leads me to number 5 is analyze your performance. Always look to improve. Don't just settle and say, we got it. You want to understand and know where and how you can improve. So you want to look at, if you're doing email marketing, what's your open rate? What's your click-through rate? What's really getting people motivated? If you're on social media, what types of posts are people reacting to? What's creating the conversation? What are they sharing? What are they liking? What are they talking about? If you have a website, what pages are people staying on? What links are they clicking on? Where are people falling off on? All these things will help you better understand what parts of your messaging is and is not working. So you could either do one or two things. You could focus and reinforce the good things that you're doing, or if there's things that aren't working, if there's things that aren't getting a reaction, you could just say, you know what, we're going to scrap this because we have other things that are working. Or you can say, we're going to tweak it to see if we can get it working because we believe this is worth that effort. If you do not analyze your efforts, if you don't dig deep, you won't be able to have those discussions, because you'll kind of be flying blind, and that's the worst thing you want to do when it comes to marketing your business. So that's it for me today. Like I said, being efficient with your marketing is such an important thing. So these 5 steps will help you be a better and more effective marketer of your business. If you have any questions on how to do any of these things, I've done content on just about every one of these topics individually. You can check that out, or you can always contact me for more information. Let me know where you're at with this. Let me know what you think about these steps, and if you've done any of them. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. In the description below, I'll include a link to the blog this week, which is I go into detail more about how you can become a better and more efficient marketer. Also, I will include a link to schedule a free 30-minute discovery session. I help you understand where you're at in your marketing journey and what you can do to move forward to improve how you promote yourself. And then lastly, I will include a link to my weekly, I don't do a weekly anymore, I do it every other week. Some great information to help you stay focused and improve how you promote your business. So that's it for me today and this week. I appreciate you. This has been the Beacon 5 from Beacon Marketing. Next week, I'll be discussing goal setting and how you can set better goals for your marketing efforts. I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned for that. Talk to you later.